nothing else matters. My feet in the stirrups, I'm so happy. There's nothing like the sound of Carolina hoofbeats.
Hi, I'm Rose Cushing, host of Carolina Hoofbeats TV. From all of us at Cushing Media and my buddy Dunnett here, we'd like to thank you for watching for the past 3 years. We're very proud to be North Carolina's very first and only weekly TV show devoted entirely to the equine industry. Join us each week as we explore horse-human relationships. Dunnett and I never miss an episode, and I hope you don't either.
My name is Scott Brookins, and I am the owner of Brookins Construction and MD Barn Master of the Carolinas. At MD Barn Master, we have the best warranty in the business. We have a variety of designs to choose from. Our barns are easily customizable to meet your needs. We have financing available to those who qualify. Our barns are fire resistant and they hold their value with little maintenance. Let us build your dream barn for you today.
We're here with Backcountry Horsemen of Pisgah and Backcountry Horsemen of Blue Ridge, and we have 5 other chapters throughout North Carolina, and we want folks to know that we're out here clearing trails and supporting the heritage of horses in the backcountry throughout the United States. Folks, I've been asked to give you the short list of what to take with you if you should happen to have an incident where you either have someone injured on the trail or you end up for any reason having to stay out overnight when you're trail riding. I've had an occasion to actually stay out overnight because a person was injured, and not only did we have to stay out overnight, but we had to keep that person comfortable and take care of them. And what I'd like to do is give you enough information so you're not in a, quote, survival situation, but you can survive in style and be comfortable in the knowledge that you'll be protected from rain and you're carrying the right kind of gear with you to make it a reasonable night instead of a survival situation. So, with that said, first thing I want to mention is most of the time people use riding gloves, which can also keep your hands warm, and a riding coat to protect you from rain, sleet, and snow is always a good idea. We live in Transylvania County and we have the highest rainfall rate in the state of North Carolina, so a riding coat is always a very valuable part of our equipment. Goes with us everywhere we go. Now, if you take saddlebags, you'll have a multitude of options. Number one, this is pretty compact. They've actually made them more compact. What I have here is a cup, a cylinder, I have a cup of soup, a stove, and the gas for the stove. And obviously that can make your stay in the backcountry a whole lot more enjoyable. Along with that, I carry a poncho. Yes, I have the riding coat, but the poncho can make a makeshift shelter. This poncho is 5 by 8. That's pretty good size shelter that can keep you or whoever you're with protected over a night's stay. Pretty compact, and they don't cost a fortune. And I always carry some extra line with me to work with the poncho and to set it up in a tent situation, or at least a shelter situation. And it doesn't take much to carry this with you. It doesn't take up that much space. You can actually carry a smaller cup instead of the larger one. And just so you know, I'm going to undo this for a second. This is the size of the stove. the stove and the canister together give you heat quickly. You can get a cup of soup quickly. And if you're suffering from something in the nature of hypothermia, this can be a lifesaver. So not a whole lot to carry and comes in very, very handy. On the other side, and this is why I said survival and style, I carry a small saw. Actually, the saw is not that small. When you think about it, it fits in the bottom of my my saddle bags. It's opened up, cuts both ways, and if you need to have a fire, you've got a way to make the fire. You can get firewood. You don't need to carry a big heavy axe, and it's safe within itself, and you're protected from it. And I have some, again, I have some more different ropes, just parachute cord, to make a makeshift shelter. Because these are saddlebags, I carry this in there at all times, because sometimes I'll be out there and I'm not just taking care of myself, I'm taking care of someone else. Yes, this is the same poncho you saw on the other side of the pack. I have heat for instant heat, warming hands, depending on the weather conditions. Of course, you should be dressed for the appropriate weather that you're in. In this bag, I have fire starters. Now I carry a magnesium stick, but I carry 2 Bic lighters because I find Bic lighters are a whole lot easier than trying to start a fire with flint and steel or a bow, friction fire. A couple Bic lighters come in handy, but I have a magnesium stick, and I'll just very carefully, I have these fire starters that burn very hot. You can actually boil soup with just one of those if you can't get a fire starter. Again, a lighter, a whistle to signal, and 3 blasts, or 3 signs of everything, is an emergency signal. That every person that goes in the backcountry should know. And of course, for convenience, toilet paper, which can also help you start a fire. Right under that, I have these, and I can't tell you, I've used these in practical application before. Now these are survival blankets, but they're made of Mylar, and this is the 2-person, 1-person or 2-person. Each one of these is 5 by 8, and I've got 2 of them. That's the size of them. Now it's real hard to fold them back up again, but they're Mylar so they stretch. So if you need a poncho to sleep in, a shelter over your head to go along with the ponchos you're carrying with you, these will come in very handy. They run about $7 a piece. If they've gone up in price, it might be $13, but you can use them over again. They're kind of hard to fold back up into this small size, but on the back, it gives you some survival situations. You can make a lean-to out of them. It just protects you from the rain, snow, whatever the weather conditions change. I actually have 3 of them because they weigh hardly anything, and you can make a tremendous shelter.
If you're interested in a career working with horses, then Martin Community College is the place for you. MCC's Equine Technology program is the only one offered among North Carolina's 58 community colleges. The program is management-oriented with classes in breeding, nutrition, training, riding, equine health, and more. Graduates can leave MCC prepared to work in recreational and racing barns, breed to discipline-oriented farms, or assistant farm management. For more information, contact Martin Community College today.
Sometimes I carry a chainsaw with all the chainsaw equipment instead of a saddlebag. And I'm sure you're wondering, well, you got all this gear. What do you leave home and what do you take with you? Well, I'll tell you up front, I always take a tin cup of some kind, a metal cup of some kind, to boil water in, because that's how I purify water. Just quickly show you this. I sold an old timer out in Wyoming carrying saddle horn bags like this, and I had these made up for me. And I have a set that goes on an endurance saddle, which it's this set, because the endurance saddle doesn't have a horn, and I have a horn bags that actually just go right over the horn. And a lot of times I'm carrying this instead of my saddlebags because of the chainsaw And what I have in here, I always carry water with me of some type, shape. I carry a plastic bag. Now, a lot of people don't carry a plastic bag, but this will keep things waterproof, okay? But you can also go down to the creek and carry a lot of water back to your campsite in this bag, almost a gallon of water in this bag. And you have, you fill it full of half a gallon, you can shut it and get it, all the water back safely. And then the tin cup I'm talking about, you have a way of boiling the water, keeping it clear, so you don't get any parasites when you're drinking the water. So a plastic bag comes in very handy. Now, a lot of people do carry garbage bags as shelters. Again, those Mylar blankets I told you about, I carry 2 of them in here. They don't take up much room. Again, they're the 1-2 person Mylar, and I can make well, they're 8 by 5, so I can make a 10-foot shelter 8 feet long with these 2. To me, it's a must. And again, I've had practical application. Everyone should have a map of their territory. Know where you're at, where the trails go that surround you. If you just focused on a GPS reading, you have a small window, and if the batteries go out, a lot of times you have no idea of where you're at except for that one point that the GPS told you about when it went out. So batteries will fail. Carry a map of the area. That won't fail. Again, a whistle, something bright, something you won't lose. And Leave No Trace is a great organization to get with and a great program to go through to find out more about safety, your safety, how to prepare a fire, to cook on a fire, how to keep your food and supplies safe from rodents like skunks and raccoons as well as bears. So Leave No Trace, I can't compliment them enough. They're a big part of Backcountry Horsemen of America. And Smoky Mountains National Park, for instance, has a class every year coming up at the end of July for Leave No Trace. So a plug for Leave No Trace. Again, toilet paper, Bic lighter. You'll find that Bic lighter a lot. Fire starters. How about that? An extra Bic lighter. I don't smoke. I carry more Bic lighters than any person that smokes that I know of. And all of this goes in here easily. I hope I never have to use it, but I've already had to use it. And it was in the Smokies about 5 miles in where an individual was hurt. So please be aware that you can be very helpful to yourself or someone else. Along with that, and you folks have seen these before, this happens to be a SOG, a Leatherman tool. Now that tool has not only a pair of pliers, but it also has a Phillips screwdriver, a file, a knife, a screwdriver, something that everybody leaves at home, a can opener, a leather punch, and another knife blade. A variety of tools that could be needed when you're on horseback. If you have to pull a nail out because your horseshoe is coming off, to re-nail it. And wherever I go, this goes with me, and it stays right with this horn bag. And the other side, because like I said, I don't want to survive, but in style. First aid kit, and it carries my medical needs. If, for instance, if you're allergic to bee stings, you should have an EpiPen. Those types of things, personal items that you need specifically for yourself, need to be carried on your person. I carry trail mix, extra. This isn't my lunch, this is what I carry extra. Some more trail mix. And then, yes, assorted candy bars. Good old Snickers. 2 different sizes. Another trail mix bar. Another bar. Just so I have something extra It could be possibly for me or someone else. These items will allow you to make shelter, have a fire, purify water. You can wrap yourself up in it and keep you warm. And then I will emphasize a good trail coat, a long trail coat, something that can protect you from the elements, that you can sleep in if you need to. After you've got the Mylar sheets up and you've got a shelter, even in the summertime, if you're in the mountains, it can get down into the 40s. And if a thunderstorm comes in and you get wet, you can get chilled and get hypothermia very, very quickly. So, again, wear the clothes you need for the season you're in. Always bring rain protection and bring extra food, snacks, that's fine. One Snickers bar is like 250 calories, and you will appreciate that if you have to spend the night. Small first aid kit with your personal needs and any medical material that you need specific to your own situation. Again, that's what I carry in my horn bag. That's where I carry in my saddle bags. On my person, I carry a knife, I carry a Bic lighter. Those are bare essentials, but with a knife and a Bic lighter, I can get firewood, I can get a fire going, and I can make a makeshift shelter. But that's a whole another set of rules and regulations and skills that you'd have to develop in the backcountry. But if you have this with you, not only will you survive, you have a very good chance of surviving in comfort and not having a miserable night out in the backcountry, but one that is more like camping than surviving.
So our open show concept is for everyone. It is for the person who keeps their horse in their backyard. It's for the show person who may want to come and just get a little extra experience on a young horse. It's for grandparents to come and enjoy. It's for children to get to decorate their horses and put bows in their hair and sparkles in their tails and come and just enjoy. We can be indoors or out. If it's raining, come right ahead. We will be going anyway. We've decided to host the shows every third Saturday of the month. So if it's 6 o'clock on a Saturday night and it is the third Saturday of a month, you can bet that we're having a horse show in Winston-Salem. And we so want everybody to come and support us and enjoy and have fun.
Hi, my name is Savannah Lindsay. I am a part of the 4-H Club Thunderhooves in Cumberland County. This is Kinsley Steele, also from Thunderhooves, and this is Abby Joy, also from Thunderhooves. And today we will be demonstrating riding the chute. Riding the chute is normally used during lessons or if you just want to work on your balance. Riding the chute will help you and your horse build a link together, and you will learn to trust your horse and also balance yourself. So today we're going to have Abby ride the chute for us. So Abby, would you like to go up and ride the chute? Okay. So Abby is going to ride the chute with her hands out like an airplane. This will teach her balance on her horse. Okay, come over here, Kinsley. This way, Kinsley. Right here, come on this side of me.
Lay your reins down and put your arms out.
Good job, Abby. Do that one more time. There you go, good job. Okay. Okay. Good job, Abby. You're doing great. Okay, now Kinsley, do you want to ride the chute?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Abby, you can come back over here. Good job. Come on, Kinsley, you got it. Now hands out like an airplane. Good job. Woohoo! Good job, Kinsley. Good. All right, so let's come over here now. That's good, right? Okay, come over here and line up. Right here. Okay. And that is how you ride the chute. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to Martin County in northeastern North Carolina, located halfway between Raleigh and the Outer Banks.
Martin County's got art.
Great shopping.
Great churches.
Great kayaking.
Great business opportunities.
Great food.
NASCAR.
Great golf.
Great medical care. The Bob Martin Ag Center.
Safe communities.
Great RV camping.
Great nature trails.
Great history and heritage.
Martin County has great schools.
And there's great fishing. Well, there you have it. Martin County. It's all here. We're waiting for you.
Hi, my name is Savannah Lindsay. I'm 13 years old and I'm from the 4-H Club Thunderhooves in Cumberland County. And today I will be talking to you about pre-jumping exercises. Pre-jumping exercises are used to help develop skill on horses that do a lot of jumping. If you're just now training your horse to jump, these exercises can be very useful in making your horse time themselves and to pick up their feet, especially over trot over poles. This benefits the horse a lot, especially when they're going over jumps. This teaches them to pick their feet up while going over the poles. The two exercises that I'm going to show you today are trot over poles and a cavaletti. A cavaletti is basically a mini jump. So first off, I'm going to show you trot over poles. So you're going to put your horse on the rail, get him collected up and focused, and you're going to ask him to trot. So you're going to look at your poles just like you would do a jump with your eyes up. Make your horse come straight in the middle of those poles. Look up and 2-point. Walk. Ooh. You always want to do 2-point going over trot over poles so that the horse is able to pick his feet up. Now I'm going to show you jumping over cavaletti poles. So just like the trot over poles, you're going to collect your horse and get him focused just to let him know you're about to work. And then you're going to ask him to trot. And once you get at the corner before your jump, you want to have your eyes on the jump so that you know when to turn your horse. Turn him straight into the middle of the jump. Keep your eyes up and your heels down. Right before the jump, you're going to do a 2-point. And walk. Walk. Good boy. Thank you for watching my pre-jumping exercises. You want long arms and short reins. When I say long arms, I mean you want your arms extended out the furthest, so when your horse goes over the jump, you are able to put your arms forward and give him his head so that he can jump over the jump. You always want to have your heels down really far, and you don't want a lot of feet in the stirrups because if you fall off, your feet could get caught in the stirrups. So now I'm going to do my 2-point. So you're going to lean forward with your long arms and short reins and heels down. Now I'm going to show you the 2-point going over a jump. The 2-point always helps the horse get over a jump because when you come off of the horse's back, it helps relieve pressure. So I'm going to ask my horse for the trot. I'm going to collect him up and get him focused. And I'm going to start looking at my jump so I can time my turn. And it's always good to make sure that your horse can time himself the right way. So you always want to look up where you're going, get your heels down, and 2-point. And walk. Good boy. Whoa. And that is how you do your jumping position. Thank you for watching.
Hello, I'm David King with 5K Arena. This is my wife, Ivy King. We put on sorting, pennings, and cuttings. I'm gonna let my wife talk to you about the type of feed we use from Mule City Feed.
We called Paul up with Mule City Specialty Feeds about 5 years ago. He was absolutely wonderful to work with. We had a need to fill because our commercial feed had just gotten higher and higher and our feed bill was through the roof. He helped us mix a feed that was exactly what we were looking for. Our horses have stayed fat and shiny, had plenty of energy without losing their minds, and we couldn't be happier.
We're your neighborhood source for everything you need from your farm to your home.
At Harper Sales and Service, a division of Harper Landscaping, we can cater to all your mowing needs. Whether you need to start out with a beginner series for those smaller lawns, you can work your way all the way up to a 0 turn and even get into those bigger areas where you might have an acre or 2 or more.
My animals depend on me, and I depend on Harper Equipment Sales and Services to keep me running. From my weed eater to my tractor, they can fix it all.
When you look for Harper Landscaping, it's no sweat.
Partner with us as we explore the horse-human relationship. Curl up with something you love, an issue of Southeast Hoofbeats magazine. Available in print at select locations or read us online.